So nowadays most people fail in a QA interviews not because they lack of knowledge but because they give wrong answers. You might know everything, but when interviewer asks a simple question you get stuck or confused in the interview. So in this video I will share real interview questions that with strong practical answer that you can directly use to crack your next interview. So I have worked in the manual and automation both sides and have faced multiple interviews, so everything I'm sharing based on my real experience. So let's start with me most asked question in interviews. So our first question is what is a execution format of test in test so this question is most asked. So you can say in this method you can use test-ng notation like either test, before test, after test, etc. In your Java classes test-ng automatically detect or run the methods. For example, public class sample before method before and test after method. You can right click to the class run as a test-ng test or use command line test-ng simple test Java. So execution format using testng.xml file structured way. In this we can preferred run multiple test classes, group test, set priorities, and this will include executive, exclude methods or group include and exclude method. Simple test you can this look like this, you can see here. And to run this file we can say testng, our testng.xml file we can run from testng. And for IDE and for the we are using Eclipse, so on the right click on the testng xml file run as testng suite, so we can run like this. And what is the priority in testng? And yes, priority they may ask is priority is negative. Yes, you can say yes, priority in testng can be negative. And what is a priority in testng? Priority is used with the test annotations to define the order of test execution. Lower priority value are executed first. Can be negative. Yes, can priority be negative or methods? If yes, what is the execution flow as per the priority? Execution flow rule: testng execute test on ascending order of the priority. Priority -2 first, then -1, then 0, then 1, then 2. For example, you can see and explain like this. And execution order is test priority -2 is a first, -1 is a second, and 1 is a third. So you can say same priority. Methods are executed in the order they appear in the classes. If no priority is set, then treat it as a priority 0. If there is no any priority set, that is treated as a priority 0. What are the different ways to exclude test in testng? In testng, there are multiple ways to exclude test depending on the use case. Here are way key methods like using enable attribute in test annotation. The enable attribute attribute control whether a test method should run. By default enable is true, setting it to false will exclude that test. You can define like this: test enabled is equal to false, that time this test may be excluded. And excluding methods in testng xml with exclude tag. In the testng xml file you can explicitly exclude methods from running using the exclude tag. Suite name like this and class name this, exclude name test to exclude, this test will be exclude. The method test to exclude will be exclude from the suite execution. Using group and exclude in testng xml, you can group test using as the test annotation test group is equal to group name and annotation, and then exclude the group from execution in xml file. Public class group test groups critical, public void test critical, system.out.println critical test, you can say like this. And using before method and after method to skip the test. And using test to skip will be skipped at runtime. Using test depends on method for condition exclusions. You can also conditionally exclude a test by using a depends on method attribute. If the depend on method fail, the current test won't be executed. If test run fail, test dependent will be not execute using data provider with enabled parameter. If you are using data provider, so supply data for your test, you can exclude certain data set by setting the enabled parameter like this. Test data enabled is equal to false. And what is the difference between depends on method and depends on group? This question is also asked in the test-ng. What is the difference between depends on methods and depends on group? So you can say in the test-ng both depends on methods and depends on group are used to define dependencies between tests, but they are applied in different ways. Where here is a breakdown of the each. Depends on method purpose specific specify that a test method depends on the execution of one or more others method used. If the dependent method fail, the current test will not be run. For example, you can see like this: public class depends on method test depends on method test A. If test A fail, then test B will not execute. Test A run first, then test A pass, then test will be run. If both test A and B pass, test C will be run. If any of the method listed in depends on method fails, the test depends in it will be skipped. Depends on group. Specify uh, that a test depends on one or more groups of test wait to be executed successfully. Instead of depending on individual methods, the current test will depends on the execution of an entire group of tests. For example, you can see here test A and test B are part of the group A1 and will run. And you can see here depends on method is more granular, giving you control over a specific method. Depends on group is better for when you have group test that locally depends on each other preconditions that require multiple methods to run first. What does thread pool size mean? Test-ng, how does it work? Thread pool size in test-ng, the thread pool size attribute is used to enable parallel execution of test, allowing multiple tests to run concurrently and in separate threads. This can significantly speed up test execution, especially when dealing with a large number of tests or slow running test UI or PI test. What is thread pool size? Thread pool size specifies the number of threads that test-ng will use for parallel test execution. Each test methods will be executed in a separate thread up to the number of threads specified. It is defined in the test-ng.xml file under the source or test tag and can be sent when running test in parallel. How does it work? Parallel test execution. When thread pool size is set, test-ng will use the specified number of thread to run test concurrently. Thread allocation. Each test method or grouped depending on the configuration will be executed in the separate thread up to the maximum number of thread is specified by the thread pool size. Limitation. If there are more tests than available thread, the extra test will wait until thread is available. How to use thread pool size? You can use the thread pool size attribute in the test-ng.xml file along with parallel attribute to control how test-ng run test in parallel. You can see the example. Parallel is equal to methods, means test-ng will run the test based methods in parallel. Thread count is equal to 5, means 5 threads will be used. In the example, test-ng will try to execute up to 5 test method concurrently. Example 2, running test in parallel using thread pool size in test. You can see the examples of the here. Thread pool size equal to 3, means 3 thread will be used to execute test within each test. Test 1 and test 2 will run concurrently and each will use 3 threads for the respective test method. Parallel attribute in detail. The parallel attribute in the testng XML file can have the following values, and parallel test execute different test tags concurrently. Test level parallelism, parallel classes execute different test classes concurrently. Class level parallelism, parallel is equal to methods execute different test method concurrently. Method level parallelism. How thread pool size works in parallel is thread pool. When testng start executing test in parallel, it allocating thread from the thread pool. Number of threads. If thread pool size is used to 5, testng will use 5 thread to execute test method or classes concurrently. Thread allocation. Each test method or test classes is assigned to an available thread. If there are more tests than available thread, the extra test will wait until the thread is free. For example, if you have 10 test methods but thread pool size equal to 5, test will execute 5 methods concurrently. Then the remaining 5 methods will be executed once thread becomes available. Consideration when using thread pool sizes. System resource, thread safety, synchronized test. You can see here the summary of that pool size. Why do we need before shoot and after shoot annotation? In the testng, before shoot and after shoot annotations are used for defined methods that run before and after the entire test shoot. Respectively, these annotations help in setting up and cleaning up test environment or performing tasks that need to be occur once for the entire suite rather than for each individual test or classes. Here's why they are important and why how they before suite. Before suite annotation is used for to define a method that should be executed before any test in the suite start. It run only once at the beginning of the test suite before any test classes or method are executed. It is typically used for a global setup operation that need to be performed once of the entire suite. For example, setting up the data, initializing shared resource, or starting the server. You can see the code view. After suite, you can see the after suite annotation is used for the defined method that should be executed after all tests in the suite have finished. It run once at the end of test suite after all these test classes and methods have complete execution. Use cases. It is commonly used for global teardown tasks like cleaning up resources, closing connections, gathering reports, or key difference before suit and after suit. You can see here. So they here is all question have done. If you want to all these questions with a perfect answer in the structured PDF, then check the link in the description box. I will save your hours of the preparation and give you ready to use answer for your interview. And if this video is help you, so don't forget to like and subscribe. I will keep sharing real interview questions. So thank you.